You grab your keys, and something in the room shifts, just a little. The door clicks shut, and the quiet rushes in like a slow, soft tide. Dark eyes press to the door gap, watching your shadow grow smaller and finally disappear. Have you ever wondered what happens when your scent starts to fade from this room? For the first 30 minutes or so, the whole house still carries the warmth of you. Cortisol rises quietly inside them, a gentle biological wave, not a crisis. Your dog lifts their nose toward the ceiling, carefully reading the invisible story you left behind in every corner of every room. The kitchen counter, the handle of the bathroom door, the familiar blanket folded on the sofa. Every single corner holds a different version of you. Your old jacket, still draped over the back of the chair, is their very first stop and their favorite place to linger. A long, slow exhale that sounds almost human, and then the real waiting begins in earnest. Within the first quiet hour, when the house has fully settled, they drift slowly down into sleep. Research shows that dogs sleep up to 50% of the day, and that number rises considerably when the house is quiet and empty. Watch those four little legs begin to twitch and move. They are running somewhere absolutely wonderful right at this moment. Science has confirmed what dog owners have always suspected, that dogs dream about the people they love most, about the exact ball you tossed in the yard last Tuesday. While you stare at another screen, they are winning the championship in a dream. In that quiet, dreaming place, every single afternoon is uninterrupted and belongs completely to you both. Here is a small piece of science that will quietly and permanently change how you see your dog. Your dog does not own a single watch or clock, but they carry something inside them that is far more precise than any of those things. Every scent degrades at a measurable, predictable rate. As your particular scent slowly dissolves into the air of this house, they feel each hour pass through them like a tide. When your personal scent drops below roughly 50% of its morning strength, something ancient and certain wakes up deep inside them. No numbers on any screen, no hands moving on any dial, just the slow, infinitely patient memory of you dissolving molecule by molecule into the still air of this room. Sometime around the middle of the day, when the light changes and the shadows shift, they find their way quietly to the window. A single dry leaf tumbles slowly across the yard outside, and for your dog in this moment, it is without question the most interesting thing in the entire world. As the afternoon light slides its warm rectangle slowly across the wooden floor, they follow it from one warm patch to the next without any hesitation. While you sit in another meeting that may well have been an email, they watch the entire sky change its color from pale blue to something golden and soft. A small sparrow lands delicately on the top of the garden fence, and your dog holds their entire breath, goes completely still, eyes locked without blinking. The house holds its own particular kind of breath too, in the particular way that only empty, waiting houses have ever truly known how to do. As the light outside the window turns to amber and the evening gently announces its arrival, they rise slowly from the floor and walk one final time to your jacket. Nose pressed as deep as it will go into the woven fabric, searching for every last trace of you in the only language they have ever spoken or understood. There you are, still right here, still in this fabric, still in this house, still real. One full hour before you turn the key in that door, something ancient, something pre-wired and loyal, stirs back to life quietly inside them. Studies show conclusively that their resting heart rate begins to climb even before their ears pick up the sound of your particular car turning down the street. The invisible scent clock has nearly completed its full count, and their whole body understands this simple fact before any conscious thought has formed. They begin to pace in slow, gentle, quietly hopeful circles near the front door, the first real movement of purpose they have made in hours. And then, a sound rises in the middle distance, too faint for human ears, a sound that belongs entirely to them. The tail always moves first, because the kind of joy your dog carries simply cannot be waited for permission before it starts to show. Then the entire body follows in one completely, unashamedly joyful and slightly clumsy full sprint across the floor toward the door. The door swings open, and every single one of those 8 long, patient hours of waiting detonates instantly into 10 pure, uncontainable seconds of happiness. They jump up toward you, not because they have forgotten any lesson you ever tried to teach them, but because some kinds of joy are simply far too large and too urgent to be held inside a body that is trying to stay still. 8 full hours of being apart, and they greet you with the exact same boundless love they were holding when you walked out of this door first thing this morning. Not 1 ounce of grudge for any of the long hours, not a single condition attached to the warmth of their greeting, no tally kept of the evenings you stayed away a little too long. The world out there can be remarkably loud and genuinely heavy at times, and the truth is, you carry so much more of it than the people around you ever really see or know. But the moment you step through that front door, they become your entire known universe, without exception, without condition, every single time you come home. So go home when you can manage it, a little earlier tonight if the evening will allow it, and hold that small, faithful universe of yours as close as it will let you. The world out there may sometimes make you feel invisible, but here, in this particular quiet house, with this particular dog, you have always been, and always will be, everything.